of people that have put eyes on my body. That have put eye on my body.
Please, can I quickly draw your attention to something before I forget?
Right, good.
Look at that statement. Did they mention who arrested Quadri?
Right in the statement.
You notice they did not.
And we are sorry on behalf of Nigeria for what was done to you unlawfully by those criminal elements in connivance with the bad elements of the police. We apologize, okay? Thank you so much. I don't even know where to start, from whether to apologize on behalf of the Nigerian state for you.
That would be fair, actually.
Because this is about the second time we're experiencing incidents with minors being detained like this. And quite unlawful. But we must apologize that this is not Nigeria. Nigeria is better than this. So I must put that out and first of all say that. But your lawyer is here. He will be able to explain to us what really played out. In Ibe, you have the frame, the structure, and the entire story. How did he end up in police cell, in prison, and eventually how did he end up in court?
So, in summary, the boy seated beside me, Alabi Quadri or Quadri Alabi, as you are aware, sometime in 2023, during the last general elections, Mr. Peter Obi was in one of his campaign tours in a convoy when he just spontaneously jumped in front of the vehicle and blocked the convoy and then raised his hand. That spontaneous moment was captured by a photographer. The image went viral on social media at the time. It became an internet sensation. Peter Obi and other persons took interest in him. They reached out to him. Some donations were made to him. That was the beginning of a life-changing story. A story characterized by fortune and quite sadly also accompanied by misfortune. Persons within the locality at Amokoko, where he resides, some so-called area boys, criminal elements, basically, felt that because of the fame he had acquired in the community, they started calling him Obi, 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 Obi. And then they started making demands of him and his family. They asked specifically that they should, in quote, settle them. That he had not settled the streets where he came from, And when I say where he came from, as a boy in the community that they knew. So they started harassing them to give them money, to part with some of the money. A chief in that community, or some title holder, specifically told the mother to buy a cow, slaughter it with rice and cook for the community to appease the so-called youths. She refused to do it. And the threats, the harassment persisted quite unbelievably since 2023. This case of Quadri being wrongly detained was the second time. These same people connive with the police. The Mogoko police station, divisional police station. They seem to be working in synergy. So they arrested him the first time, had him detained for a while. Nobody here at the time. This second time, he was coming back from work sometime in January in the night, quite close to his home. He was just about to get into his home when they grabbed him. Two of the area boys, known as Lege and Baba Waris, those are their alliances in the community. They started taunting him, "Oh, you've been carrying your shoulder for us. You think Obi gave you money? You did not come and see us. You think we told you we'll deal with you." They took him to the police. When they took him to the Amokoko police station, the initial claim or insinuation was that he participated in street fighting. That was what they said. Actually, that was what they told the mother. The mother even went to confront one of these area boys, one-on-one. The area boy admitted to her that, "Yes, I took your son. We told you that money you don't want to give us, you go and spend it with the police."
They said that.
This is, if she's here, she will confirm it. This is what they said to her. Surprisingly, they detained him for about one week at the police station. And on the 27th of January, they took him to court.
They detained him?
For about 1 week.
Was that was the court involved?
No. At the police cell, this boy was
Without the
detained
police- without police.
Amokoko police station.
There's a DPO in
The
that police-
DPO,
What? Okay.
CSP Ismaila Olaniran, detained this boy for about a week
Without a court order.
without taking him to court. After about 1 week, they now took him to the magistrate court at Apapa, seeking a remand. When the mother kept persisting that, why are you holding my boy? Release my boy. Guess what? When they took him for remand, they suddenly put him along with 4 adults who are not known to him, whom he has never had relationship. He doesn't know anything about them. He has no connection with them. He's not their friends. He's not their associates in any way. And claimed that they were seeking to remand him for armed robbery. And they claimed this purported armed robbery was committed on the 22nd of January at 10 p.m. Kayode, no identification parade was done by law, assuming there was even a robbery incident.
Even though the police in their statement had said that people
Yes,
identified him.
yes,
and I know that's where you're going to.
I'm going to that.
Yeah.
There was no identification parade for an offense that is committed by 10 p.m. in the dead of the night. And you claim it was 5 people. You know, how did you identify Quadri as one of them? Now, they now framed him for armed robbery.
You have that on good authority.
Of course, we've been vindicated. The magistrate, of course, and then they lied about his age. They falsified his age. At the courts, in the processes they filed, some of which we have, they claim he was 18. Do you know why they did that? Because when we were in court last week, even the magistrate complained bitterly that, look, this was what was presented to me. And there was no contrary representation that this boy was less than 18. So you cannot really blame the magistrate, because this was what the police put in what they filed.
You said he was 18?
Yes. If they had put 17, it would have registered in the mind of the court to maybe probe into the circumstance of it being brought to court, and possibly where he was to be remanded. So he was now sent to be remanded at the Kirikiri Medium Custodial
Instead of a juvenile,
yes,
instead of a juvenile
juvenile
center.
home center. That was why they falsified his age. Now, they now adjourned the matter for DPP's advice, about 3 adjournments, and then, thankfully, a lady called Hassana Nuruddin, who is outside with us within the studio here. She's the co-founder of Ray of Hope Prison Outreach. Went on prison outreach for a different inmate, got the person out. The person now disclosed to her that there is this boy in Kirikiri during the campaign that stood in front of Peter Obi's convoy called Quadri. Is in prison with us.
Prison.
Yes, that was how she came to Twitter X to narrate what she was told. And then the family reached out to me, briefed me. Mr. Peter Obi personally contacted me. A couple of other people, got us to take up the matter. That was how we escalated it, took some steps. We were able to write an application to the court to bring back the date forward. Thankfully, the learned Attorney General, the learned Director of Public Prosecutions, working in the office of the Attorney General Lagos State, was able to immediately expedite action on his case. His file was reviewed. A couple of Nigerians assisted. I must mention specifically, Mr. Mondobani, SAN, played a very significant role in that process, And then finally, the DPP's advice came out. He was exonerated. There was no basis for him to have been arrested. And he was set free by the court.
This story is gripping. It is very sad the way you have said it. And, it points to a bigger challenge. Because some will say this is classic. This is classic. They've seen this happen time and again, rinse and repeat. But I want to ask a very important question. Has he been moved from that area? Is he in a safe place with his family? You can speak to us, maybe not specifics, but we want to be sure that he's been moved and he'll probably never go back there
Of course. That was the first thing we did. Immediately, he was released to us on Thursday. I felt, as a matter of expediency, to have him relocated with his family. So as I speak to you, they have not returned to their home. Because even on the day this boy was freed, youths, some people, some so-called area boys, who have been so empowered in Lagos, quite sadly, they operate like these non-state actors. They seem to be larger than life. They were still making threats to the mother.
In that same area?
I'm telling you. That is why I said that the DPO of Amokoko, CSP Ismaila Olaniran, the person they call a ballet in that community, And these area boys ought to be interrogated. So we had to immediately put them in a safe house. Pending when we can sort out, we are working to sort out the accommodation issue. You know, so as I speak to you, they've not gone back to their home since then. And like I said, you will not I keep telling people, you may not understand Quadri's case until you see Quadri. You've seen him, look at him. This is the boy they frame for armed robbery. You know,
after that incident, when you called for, you said what you're demanding for is 100 million.
Yes.
For I've forgotten what it is.
Compensation.
Compensation. You asked for the
public apology.
Public apology. And also, is it
the removal of the DPO?
The DPO and all of that through the CP. In their response, after that, their headline.
Yes.
In their response, Lagos State Commissioner, Lagos State Police Command, say clarification on the case of 18-year-old Alabi Quadri.
Yes.
So is this the police not having the information you have, or you're the one that doesn't have the right information? Because the police is still saying, you say Alabi is 18, as not up to 18, it's 17 plus. They are saying he's 18-year-old. In fact, one of the part of the statement said that, I want to go to that part.
Yes.
On January 22nd, 2022, on January 2025, rather, to be precise, a serious breach of public peace and extensive damage to public and private property occurred in Amukoko when groups of youths engaged in violent confrontation that escalated into street fights for all, causing widespread violence, panic, and chaos. During the chaos, a number of innocent passerby were robbed or reported to have been robbed and injured. This is the reason why they picked up Quadri Alabi.
I was going to show you. I don't know if I can pass it to you.
Yeah, you can pass it to us.
Please look at this. Let Nigerians look at that. Is the birth certificate of this boy.
29th of September 2007.
Yes.
That means it's going to be 18 in
So how can that is his birth certificate?
Okay.
Is the police saying they know his age better than his mother? It is just an act of mischief.
Yeah. This is 2007.
The statement of the police is embarrassing. It is despicable. The fact that they will even have the audacity that the CP will go on record, because no statement is issued by the police public relations officer without the approval of the commissioner of police. That is at the state, and at the federal level. For matters like this, the IG has to be aware. They have internal processes. So for the commissioner of police to go on record to authorize that abominable statement, he should tell the people of Lagos what is going on.
We're going to invite, what's his name? Benjamin Hundeyin?
In fact, in that statement, the police said that they are ready to engage with the public to ensure that this is shown to be transparent. So we're going to get the CP.
Ask them.
We're going to get the CP.
How can they still be talking about a matter that the DPP has exonerated him?
Because from the record you've shown to us, we want to also see the record the police has as to his age, because he's not 18 yet, he's 17. He's going to be 18 in September from the record we have seen.
No, forget about even the birth certificate for a second. Look at this image of Quadri standing before Peter Obi's convoy as at 2023. Does that person look like someone who could have been more than 15 years? Look at his face. So for the police to still issue these slanderous statements, despite the exoneration by the DPP, despite an order of discharge by a court of competent jurisdiction, it should tell Nigerians the level of decadence in the police. And we are going to take them on it. They will not get away.
Which is very important, because this is not just for Quadri. This is actually for the good of the police. So the police is able to look at itself and say, do we represent that agency that is meant to protect and serve? If we don't, if we do, great. If we don't, let's work on it. So this works for everybody. And I'm glad, as I said earlier on, the police said they remain open to engaging with the general public, opinion groups, and community stakeholders to transparently clarify every concern and ensure justice is served fairly and transparently. So we're going to be getting the police on this one as well. But I just want to hear from Quadri.
Please, can I quickly draw your attention to something before I forget?
Right, good.
Look at that statement. Did they mention who arrested Quadri?
Right, in the statement.
You notice they did not.
So you expect them to have mentioned?
They should have said it was the police who arrested him.
You raised that in your response.
Yes, because the police never arrested Quadri.
Yeah, you raised that in your response.
Why are they silent on it?
Very important point. So when
was the identification done?
To speak to these issues. But I want to hear from Quadri. I just want to know, Quadri, how do you feel now? How do you feel? After everything we don't happen, how you feel?
I'm feeling better.
You do feel better now?
Yes.
Now when they don't move you, go safe place.
Yes.
You, your mama, you do all right now?
Yes.
what you want to tell Nigerian people, we support you. You know, say plenty of people come online, even offline, they support you. What do you want to tell them?
I want to tell them that all of them, thank all of them. God will be blessing all of them. They will be going up. They will not come down again. The people that is blessing me, God will not forget them too. And that is what I want to.
Amen. I want to ask you. You say you want to go to school. You want to go to school.
Yes.
So, are you ready to go to school? And what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do with your life?
I'm ready. Yes, sir. I'm ready.
What will life become?
I want to like become. I want to like become.
What do you want to learn?
I want to learn a good thing that should become better. On next time, should come better to me. But the school that I want to go to school. I'm serious. I don't want to stay with my mother again. I want to go to school. Whether I should live in the school, I should be living in the school. It's better. I don't want to stay
in that area again.
Because some people they have put eyes on my body. They have put eyes on my body that when this thing happened, some was telling my mom that this money that I give this boy, you will share into two, unless you don't see your daughter again with that. So they will kidnap me, carry me, go to somewhere that my mother will not see the money, will not see it and use. So my mom now told them that what she wanted to do for them. She said that they will share the money into two. My mom said that it cannot possible. Say, okay, stand of the motto now. If they shoot direct, because this is what they will be talking. They say, no, I don't want to hear that one. See, they will share the money into two. So my mom said it cannot possible. Since that time, that puts me for mind that this boy, we must send him to where do you no expect. So that day I've just come back for work.
Which work you did learn that time?
I'm motor boy. I used to carry fish, go to Peter Obi. So on that day, we have finished work. My guy have given me money. See, this is my money that I work. So when I start to come in house in the afternoon, I don't know that I don't fight for that place. So when I'm coming down, I don't know that police is already surrounding the area and those area boys. So as I was going now, I just want to enter our gate. That I should enter house. I just see those police, they just come outside, hold me. Hey, see the boy, yes, see the boy, yes, see the boy. Handle me to the police that they should carry me go to station. They hold me now, they carry me go to their station, they lock me inside, say.
And that's when they lock you for 1 week?
Yes.
His account is again gripping, and I imagine the trauma he's gone through after all this process. But I'm very curious. He says he wants to go to school.
So ask him about the people they claim are his cases.
So the people where they come put you together, you know those people?
I don't know them. Those people that put me together, it's only me that small. Among inside is 4 people. Those 4 people is Edalima. They senior me where. So they just put them inside where they put me. They don't ask me see where they catch. I say I reading. See they say I did among people with the fight. They tell me see
you sabi fight?
No, street they say I destroy the area, collect phone, destroy damage something. I say me, I don't come back for using my set and my money. They don't pack.
They're still with his handset, with his mobile phone.
The area boys.
They took his mobile phone as I talked.
The police or the area boys?
The area boys who grabbed it.
Is it evidence or what? Is it as evidence?
we made efforts to get it, but who will we go to? The police that should help us. They are part of the conspiracy.
So at this point now, are you going back to court to make these demands?
Yes.
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 Because. You have made some demands and you've given them, what timeline did you give them?
14 days from the date it was released.
But the way the police...
In the light of their statement, we will not be waiting for that.
Because police now is apparently disputing your position.
No, they are not disputing. They are corroborating our position.
Okay.
You know, we have nothing to hide. When this matter came to public light, I said The initial excuse for arresting him, they claimed there was street fighting, which he had mentioned. At what point did armed robbery come in? And how can someone that has been exonerated by a court on the advice of the DPP, you are still issuing a shameful statement, doubling down on your impunity and lawlessness?
Which you consider shameful.
It's shameful.
Quadri, this thing pain you.
Yes.
This thing where I pain you.
For the place that they brought me going, they use me that, like, person that don't have any family. From morning to night, from morning to 6 o'clock, I used to build shit. Because I don't have money to plan where to give my child that should keep me for a year, where I will not be packing shit again.
So now the work where they do every day? Right?
Yes, every day by day.
How you
Wow.
found it?
Oh boy. Let me speak to my... So we would like to have the Commissioner of Police of Lagos State. I'm just trying to contain my emotion because I'm imagining this is my kid brother. Anyway, I wish the Commissioner of Police to come and respond to some of these statements made by Quadri.
I mean, the facts of the issues, because this points to a deeper rot. This can happen to anybody, by the way. Just in case you're thinking, no, I don't stay in Amokuku, or I don't stay. It can actually happen to anybody. And that's the challenge with when we look away from issues like this. It becomes a big monster, and you don't know when it will be your turn. I know that there's been a fundraising for Quadri.
Yes.
What is the target? How much have Nigerians contributed? And what is the plan for him? Because we really need to have a plan for Quadri and others like him, so we're able to turn. He says he wants to go to school. You see the way he says, I won't go to school. So what is the plan? How much has been raised and what's the plan?
Well, in the spirit of, initially we were reluctant, but in the spirit of accountability, this is money raised that the fundraising I started publicly. I can confirm to you that this morning we raised over 10 million. Over 10 million. In a matter of barely 4 days. Over 10 million for Quadri. It re-energizes our hope in the Nigerian spirit. It shows that, in fact, within 2 hours, we had raised over 3 million within the first 2 hours. So that today we've raised about 10-point-something million for Quadri.
And what is the plan? So how do we ensure that we're able to...
The priority is to, because those criminals, if they hear what I've mentioned now,
they're thinking of how already.
In 2023, the donation that were given to him wasn't even close to this. And you can see what they had to do to him. So we've completely taken them out of that community. We've put them where it is safe.
So part of that money goes to
yes,
that.
The immediate plan is to reallocate a relocation. We are working on getting a fresh accommodation in a different place entirely for them. And then a part of it will also go, the mother is a petty trader. She needs some financial support to stabilize. Yeah. So part of that money will go to that. And then the rest, we may have to take a decision whether to put it in a deposit for him, because the money was raised for him.
Yeah.
The point is to ensure that it's rehabilitated and it doesn't go back to to his status, a place that will make him vulnerable to those kind of attacks. That is the least that we owe Quadri. And it saddens me, it saddens me. But let us not treat this as an isolated case.
Absolutely.
Like I said in my initial statement, there are many Quadris. You are where I went to prison myself in 2022, when I had a mad issue with my then governor and chief judge in Akwa Ibom. I can tell you, many people in Nigerian custodial centers called prison are innocent Nigerians. Nobody to speak for them, nobody to advocate for them, including minors. Including minors. In your prison, I saw people that were less than 18. Why? Because when they are, under the Nigerian Correctional Services Act, they cannot take minors. But when the record brought to you, this shows the age of the person to be above 18. What will you do? So this is the culture of lawlessness that the police have been carrying on. From police cells to prisons,
even the correctional service itself.
Yes.
So we need to
further
further probe the record of the police. We must say some of the policemen are doing some fantastic work. But I think at this point it's also clear that there are criminal elements within the police force.
Of course.
That we need to fish out, because I remember even during the court hearing that you were part of, our colleague was harassed, literally.
Yes.
She told Shola Shele, but she didn't tell us initially, but later we found out that she was harassed. I've had my colleague Millicent also harassed in a situation that shouldn't be a situation. A situation where something happened, and then the next thing, the charges against you, so you're wondering where are these charges coming from. Our colleague, what's his name? Charles Oporum, arrested by the police, assaulted by the police, later released, and the police PRO shamelessly released a statement almost denying until the journalist came gun blazing on her, and then maybe she retracted and all that. So we see this incident, but we must thank you, Inibe Effiong, and every other lawyer, and the activist. I wish she was here.
That's Anatu.
What's her name?
Anatu.
Anatu. I know you're not sitting with us, but thank you for what you do and what you did for Quadri. We must thank you so much. God bless you.
Asana.
Okay.
Apologies.
Thank you so much.
Quadri, you go like become president. Quadri. Because you fit.
You can.
You can, actually.
And please, before we go, the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State.
Yes, we're
should have the decency. No. How can he allow this DPO to still be there? How many more children will this DPO have to frame before they have the decency to remove him? You can't allow this to go.
We're extending an open invitation to the Commissioner of Police to come and answer all of this. But I must apologize to you. I don't want to say thank you for coming. You're already here, so I must thank you for coming. Quadri, we wish you well. We wish you safety, and we are sorry on behalf of Nigeria for what was done to you unlawfully by those criminal elements in connivance with the bad elements of the police. We apologize, okay? Thank you so much. Inibe Effiong is a human rights lawyer and an activist. Quadri is a young man who we're happy is out of the custody of the Nigerian prison.
And Hassana.
And Hassana.